Hi. I am standing here at a place called Viewing Rock in Heathcote. Some of you will be lucky enough to come out to Heathcote. I actually lived here for a number of years. I moved here up from the city, moved and bought a little piece of land and built a house up here. So I love Heathcote, love coming back, and no doubt you've seen or will be seeing the videos around the Heathcote Community House. So what I want to talk to you quickly about today is the portfolio project. Now this portfolio is really important because this will enable you to start developing your project, working as a team, but also drawing on the literature to develop a really beneficial and worthwhile project for the community. So at the end of the day, we want the communities to really benefit from these, and they actually need you. They need you to come up with ideas, they need you to engage with the literature, and most importantly, they need you to listen to them and to work together, because you're actually creating something in partnership. So this project has 3 parts. Don't be confused by that. We've got really good instructions as to exactly what you're doing. The first part is the project proposal. Now you're going to work on this as a group, and we would recommend that you sit down and nut this out. This is not the kind of thing that you can just divide up. You need to sit down, have a conversation with your group. It's 1,000 words, and you're going to describe the purpose of the project. So you're going to have an idea as to what the project is. That you're going to describe the purpose of the project. What's the background and justification? Why are you doing this? Why is it worth doing this? Why is it worth engaging with the community on this? What are the goals? What are you going to achieve? And remember, keep them measurable, keep them, this is a little project. We're not talking about changing the entire town. This is a little project. Who are the project stakeholders? What are the timelines? What resources are required? And remember, we're not spending huge amounts of money. We're not spending any money. What can we do that doesn't require money? What are the team roles? What's your evaluation? How are you going to know that it worked? And how are you going to disseminate those ideas? Now, the idea of dissemination is you might learn a bunch of things, but at the end of the day, so what if you don't tell anyone? So how are you going to disseminate those ideas? So as a group, 1,000 words, you're going to put that together as a group and submit it as a group. It's a group work part of the project. The second part, part B, is the individual learning contract. Now this shouldn't be overly complicated. We just want you to answer some questions. This is about you taking control of your learning. So you're going to answer, what are you going to learn? What's the point of doing a subject if you don't walk away knowing something and being able to do something? So what is it that you want to learn and be able to do? How are you going to learn it? What's your approach going to be? Don't tell me that it's going to be, we're going to leave everything till the last minute and just cram it together. We actually want to know, what's your approach going to be to learning this content and engaging in this subject really deeply? How are you going to know that you've learnt it? Okay, this isn't just about grades. You actually need to walk away with an understanding. How are you going to know that you've actually learnt what you set out to learn? And how are you going to prove or verify that you've learnt it? So it's all well and good if you think you've learnt it, but how can we know? Can we trust you? How do we know that you've actually achieved this? So that's the second part. That's 500 words. It's a weighting of 10%. This is really just about setting the boundaries for you, about establishing exactly what you want to achieve in this subject. This should not be overly complicated. Answer those questions, think deeply about it, you'll be fine. The third part, part C, is 1,000 words, and it's weighted at 25%. And what this is actually doing is it's getting you to create a series of artifacts or blocks of content based on the Flexi modules that you've engaged with. So across your team, you might have decided, yep, we're going to do, between us, we're going to do these 10, 15 different modules, and then you've chosen to do the farming and the Indigenous community modules, and your responsibility is to write a 500-word block talking about what you've learnt in that module and how it's going to apply to the project. Okay, how is this relevant to the community? Because remember, this content, you're actually writing it both for your own and the group's benefit, but also for the community's benefit, because this content that you're producing will actually go into a product that you will be giving to the community. So you're actually writing to the community. So if you're writing about farming, understanding farming, it might be that you're writing, yep, we need to be thinking about this, and these are the things that relate, and this is how we can understand this idea. So 2 500-word blocks. Now, as a total, this project is really about setting you up and about saying, how is it that the literature is influencing your project? How is it that you're going to work as a team? And how are you going to work as an individual student? How are you going to be motivated and engaged to create a project that's really worthwhile for the community and will have benefit for them? But also simultaneously, how will you be a benefit to your team? How will you be an asset to the team? So pull these things together. This is about the project. This is about summarising the project.